conjunctiva, you're not going to be able to really see in its full length here. The closest thing to conjunctiva would be the actual connection to the palpebral layer here. So that would be the best distinction to the conjunctiva. All right. So now, extraocular muscles. Those are going to be all the muscles surrounding the eye, so everything on the outside. So now, this is actually levator palpebrae, so do not confuse it for that one. The one underneath, that's going to be your superior rectus muscle. So you see how there's two layers? So you want to make sure you indicate that one as superior rectus. All right. So now, let's look over here. That's going to be, this is the inside, right? So there's the nose, so this is going to be medial. This is going to be more towards the midline. So this is going to be your medial rectus muscle. All right. Down here, you have inferior rectus. And then you have one on the outside, which, let's see, did I miss it? Oh no, I was looking for the muscle. Oh, here it goes. So that would lay here. That would be your lateral rectus. All right, so now it leaves us with the two oblique muscles. So you see this one going at an angle. Remember, oblique means angle. That's going at an angle up here, and it's superior is on top. So that's superior oblique. And also remember that that's the one that's going to be innervated by the trochlear nerve. So there's going to be the spool innervating and turning that eye. So that's going to be your superior oblique. And then the one down here, you see how that one's also taking a turn? I believe it says number 6 here. For those of you that are interested in studying numbers, that's going to be your inferior oblique muscles. As you see it, it takes a turn, goes sideways, and it connects back here. All right? So those are your extraocular muscles. I just pointed to it. It's here. Oh, extraocular. Just is all of them. Extraocular. Extra means outside. Ocular of the eye. All right. Now you made me look bad in front of the cameras, you know. So now, lacrimal apparatus. So for that, we're going to need to use this because that's where everything is at. So if we connect everything together, so you see here and here and here, those are going to be your lacrimal glands. The fleshy part here, where it all starts to collect before it drains, that's going to be your caruncle. All right. And then the little points, that little black dot there and the one up here, those are going to be the puncta. All right. The puncta. Puncta. Okay, yeah, exactly, like a punta, exactly. That's where the word actually comes from anyway. So it's like a puncture, the point. So those are going to be the drainage points. As you can see here, those are going to be the ducts leading to the lacrimal sac. And that's where it drains down. All right. So now we flip it over. Actually, hold on. You wanted me to go down the list properly, so let me keep doing that. So palpebrae are going to be the eyelids. So superior, inferior palpebrae. The opening in the middle is just what's called the fissure. The corners are canthi. Canthus is singular, so one canthus. Lateral canthus. Medial canthus. The medial canthus is always going to have the duct. So keep that in mind. All right, so medial canthus, lateral canthus. Okay, so let's see. Got the canthus out the way. Canthi, I should say. The fissure. So that leads to tarsal glands. So tarsal glands are these guys here. Excuse me. These guys here. All of those are tarsal glands. All right, everybody got that? All right, so that should take care of all of the accessory structures on the outside. So now, continuing going down the list. So now we need the eye. So if you could kindly provide me the eye. Thank you. All right. So we are actually missing part of it though. Did you hijack the other side?
That's so wrong.
Why am I wrong?
Good.
No, I'm asking. Well, I actually don't see it.
It's
All right.
flipped.
It's somewhere around there?
The other part goes on top.
Oh no, but I'm also looking for the
No, he's looking for the clear stuff.
cornea. The
I
cornea.
think that's inside. I put inside by accident.
Yeah. You put it inside?
I think so.
No, that's the lens.
No.
Oh wait, I'll use this one. Thank you. So that's okay. So yeah, because I was gonna say the cornea shouldn't have been able to fit in there. All right. So now I gotta close it. There we go. Now I can put everything together.
Do you have the clear?
Yeah. All right. So there we go.
Clear eyes. That's what that reminds me of.
There we go. All right. So you see, that's why I like to make sure I have everything intact. So now, everything out here, that's going to be all fibrous layer. All of this layer, that's fibrous layering. So the white, the part that's not transparent, that's going to be your sclera. The part that we just got done finding, that's the cornea. All right, that's going to be the part where the light is going to be able to go through and start giving us information that we perceive as sight. Okay, so now, look at that, all for like 2 minutes. Now I'm breaking it right back up, and now we go into the second layer. Remember, the white here is not really part of this layer, it's just the artist's interpretation thing. All right, so everything out here is now the vascular layer, including this muscle here. All right, so now going down the list properly. Oh, oops, I skipped the list, but oh well. Alright, so all of this, the entire layer, second layer is going to be your vascular layer. Everything that's going to be darkened, that's going to be all choroid. Alright, ciliary bodies tend to be very tiny. They're going to be connected to these parts here, which are called suspensory ligaments. Some people interpret them as just being together. Some people actually say that they're going to be microscopic and found here. As long as you're indicating that the right concept, the suspensory ligament or ciliary body in this region, I'll accept that. These are going to be responsible, once again, for controlling the shape of the lens. All right, so they're going to connect as such. All right, so now we go back on the outside, because the inside is not colored. The outside, as you can see, that has the pigmentation of colors that we perceive, and that's going to be your iris. So this is a muscle that's going to control the size of the opening, which is the pupil. So this opening is the pupil, iris, pupil. All right, and I believe that should be everything on that layer. So now we go inside to this more fleshy colored layer, and that's going to be our nervous or sensory tunic. All right, so everything here is nervous and sensory. This is where you're going to find your rods and your cones. So now if we go back here, that's going to be your macula lutea. It's supposed to be a divot going a little bit deeper. That's going to be where your highest concentration of rods and cones are found. And then that little point in the very center, that's going to be your fovea centralis. That's going to be the clearest point where you can see everything. Okay? So that should be everything there. Now we got to go over the chambers, right? Oh, and actually, before I go to the chambers while I'm here, the part that divides the nervous from the vascular layer, that serration there, that's ora serrata, right? That's ora serrata there. All right, so now let's go over the chambers. In order to the chambers, I just need to find the cornea again. There it goes. All right, oops. So these parts represent the chambers, and excuse me, I keep saying that, cavities, excuse me. So these are your cavities here, right? So this back part, so everything that's inside here, that's going to represent your posterior cavity. Everything up front here, so these two, everything here and here, that's going to be your anterior cavity. The anterior cavity is going to be divided into chambers, and that's going to, usually most books will say that the lens is going to be the determinant for what's a chamber. So in front of the actual lens, you have the anterior chamber, so that means anything on this side. If you remove this, you look back here, that's going to be your posterior chamber, right? So now that should be the end. And then you open up, that's going to be your posterior cavity. And then, excuse me, before I go on, I want to go back to the anterior real quick. So I want to discuss the liquid that you find inside. The liquid inside, that's going to be what's known as the aqueous humor. At least you're trying, so I appreciate that. So aqueous humor. So aqueous humor, and then inside here, the posterior, as we're going to see when we cut up a cow's eye, we're going to find your, but there you go, vitreous humor, right? Vitreous humor, yeah. You can say vitreous. I'm sure somebody, remember, language is an art, so I'm sure somebody out there says vitreous. All right, and then I believe I left out the optic nerve, so it's going to be part of the optic nerve there, and that's also going to be part of the optic nerve. All right, so all that together, it's going to be optic nerve. Okay, and there's your optic chiasmata on there. That should be everything, right? Okay, that's everything.